Humankind cannot gain anything without first giving something in return. To obtain something of equal value must be lost. That is alchemy's first law of equivalent exchange. In those days, we really believed that to be the world's one and only truth. Yeah, Jeru the Damaja, the master of microphone mayhem, representing that real hip-hop. You know, I don't know what the fuck y'all motherfuckers is doing, but I be spitting that dope. You know what I mean? I put it down like this. I always get respect, I'm high tech like computer love. Niggas don't approach me, talk tough, but boast mostly. And even though you holler, I don't think that you're rough enough. Fuck it, money, knuckle up and get your shit bust. I'm so funky, even rock and roll heads bump me. Come off the wall, get cracked the fuck up like Humpty Dumpty. I'm busting shots like I'm still on the block. Real G's hold they own, fake thugs call the cops. Don't need guns, just the warrior's drums. Of course the force, rip off your mug like dum-dum. So go ahead and act dumb. I use my mic like a magnum and send you back where you came from. While on the track, one verse shut the spot down. Cats is getting hurt like convicts on lockdown. On the real, I'm that Negro pound for pound. Leave your click wet like water, break your MP3 recorder. Play low key, but never sneak like a ninja. So much demand, crackers in the clan wanna be a nigga. Go figure, now I caress your honey figure. More popular in the hood than more liquor. Get them tipsy like Heineken, mixed with Henny. Burn MCs worse than Kim Phil, Mars burn Penny. On good times, I'm the Roo known for rockin' rhymes. My pops the root on the block with the fat dimes. True crimes and confessions, jam sessions, heads bop, chickens head wop. They said they priest cause they like blessing. The Lord never stressing, fuck your perception. I'm that motherfucker on the mic, no question. From state to state, I'm holding mad weight, but not drugs. The bulletproof monk deflects slugs of hate. Where's my hat? I'm about to dig out your date. I guess use a lame. She says she like the way I love me. All hail the king when I swing like Kong. Stay cool and calm, blow like an atom bomb. Carve shit up like Zorro. You can call me the Don Diego. Fuck a hook, I got him hooked like Yayo. Or smack Brooklyn cats just don't know how to act. Fuck what you thought was dope. This shit is the crack. The crack. Shorty says she need a soldier, so I'm back, no doubt. Last time I had to scrap with ignorance, he damn near took me out. See, I can't do it myself, so I align myself with patience. Cats I wrote with in the past turned out to be double agents. Thought I killed this dude before, he had a million clones of hatred, and they keep trying to stop me, like them guys in the Matrix. I'm fighting for my life when I realize that I'm fucked. In the midst of the firefight, my weapon jams up. I don't move as quick as I used to, so I almost get stuck. And when I try to escape, I catch a slug in the gut. Despair laughing at me, talking about we got you, nigga. There's an explosion, I'm scooped up by a mysterious figure. We flew off in a helicopter, not a ghetto bird, but a military Black Hawk chopper. I wonder who would help me, it ain't make no sense. It wasn't pride, cause years ago he started working with arrogance. Who are you? Why'd you save me? What's this all about? I'm barely hanging on, I'm nearly passing out. Then the voice says, don't worry love, you safe with us. It was this chick named Seduction from this clique called Lust. After that, I feel a sharp pain in my back. They hit me with a sedative and everything went black.
My name's Seduction, you have to come see this. I've never seen anything like this before in all my years of practicing medicine. This craft represents the brain activity of a normal resting human being. This is the prophet's current brain activity. It seems he's placed himself in some sort of a self-induced coma, allowing him to heal 3 times as fast as a normal human being. Rooms like this he should be up for a week, while his vital signs stabilizing. I think he's coming too.
I woke up a few days later in a hospital bed, kinda dizzy from the drugs, bandages on my head. The wound in my stomach had been cauterized closed. Snatched the IV out my arm, where the fuck are my clothes? A nurse named Essence runs in, she said that I should relax. If I waited a few moments, seduction would be back. She came in and said that she wanted to make me an offer. Something about the way she spoke, I couldn't keep my eyes off her. Then I started feeling woozy, so I sat my ass down. She said ignorance days is numbered, lust is taking over town. I did not understand the motives of the seductress, cause I remember when she murdered truth and justice. Now here's where the situation gets complex. If I take ignorance down, would the prophet be next? I remember the words of wisdom, so I answer with no. Then she informs me that I'm poisoned and she has the antidote. I flew into a rage and started flipping shit over. Seduction held the ground, keeping her composure. She said, you're wasting time fucking with me. You had 24 hours, now you have 23.
Hello, seduction. Did the prophet take the bait? Oh, he did he? For your sake, I hope he shows up on time. Because if he doesn't, your sister will make a lovely addition to my harem.
They gave me high-tech weaponry and all the pertinent information. Maps, floor plans, and ignorance location. He changed up his game since our first confrontation. He used to play the library, now it's the TV station. My 7 cents told me that I was in grave danger, so I hit my man Courage on his two-way pager. I hope he gets the message, if you know what I mean. Cause now I'm down to hour 18. I cut through the lock with a laser beam. I took out anger and fear, some of the meanest guys on ignorance team. I make it to the next locked door as I start to cut. All the lights come on, another motherfucking setup. My fingers on the trigger, but before I could bust, I'm disarmed by seduction and surrounded by lust. A bunch of female assassins with asses fatter than strippers. I hear a buzzing noise and the anium clippers. My chest tightens up, I fall down. The clippers hit my head, my dreads hit the ground. Seduction comes over, looks me in the face and gives me a kiss. I'm thinking, it can't end like this.
The saga continues.
One, two, 1, 2. Shots pop off in the parking lot. After the spot, niggas get they top shot off. Negroes with no dads run the streets like nomads. Who got the biggest gonads? Get that cash, nigga, get cash. And if we disagree, I put a hole in your monkey ass. Think fast, another victim, stick 'em. I'ma be a G for life, fuck the system. Real hustlers hold dough, sucker serve hand to hand. Kick back, corrupt po-po. Son of body murk out at the corner store. Only reason they got him, cause he ran out of ammo. Ain't nowhere to go. Ease my mind with a fat dime and a cold for woe. Interrupt the flow and get the double foe. Ain't no time for rapping, Paul. Welcome to the ghetto. The ghetto. The ghetto.
Nobody's smiling. Nobody's smiling. Nobody's smiling. Nobody's smiling.
2 and 3 baby mamas, 3 and 4 kids, jail bids, child support, crazy drama. Who got the biggest butt? Who's a slut? Low rider jeans, half shirts with big ass guts. Visible ass crack, tattoo right above that. Domestic violence, but some bitches need to be smacked. Shorty dirty, double agent, she get rappers carjacked. And this is not fiction, this is all fact. Shanika, fuck Keisha man, so she cut the broad up. Revenge is in the wind, so Keisha got jump. Hood rules, ain't no draw, somebody gotta lose. So Lil Ray Ray and them put holes in them fools. Chicken heads be borrowing each other shirts and shoes. Fucking niggas cause they sell crack, drive cars and got jewels. Raw dog, she get pregnant, how's her life gonna go? She don't care. Welcome to the ghetto. The ghetto. The ghetto.
Nobody's smiling. Nobody's smiling. Nobody's smiling. Nobody's smiling.
Little snotty nosed bastards, guns made of plastic. A fight, somebody gonna get their ass kicked. Fire hydrant full blast. In the summer, pressure low. Young niggas can barely read, but got hand skills though. No type of respect for your neighbor. Stealing potato chips, cake and juice from the local bodega. Playground is the gutter. Every other word's motherfucker. Kitchen knives and box cutters. Junkyards and vacant lots. The block is hot. Fuck my pops, can't sleep at night. It's just too many gunshots. 3 little niggas getting drunk on a quart. 3 niggas died on the basketball court. 3 bitches ain't like how she look, so they fought. Over there on that corner is where crack is bought. I suggest you lay low if you know what I know. That's how you survive. Welcome to the ghetto. The ghetto. The ghetto.
Nobody's smiling. Nobody's smiling. Nobody's smiling. Nobody's smiling.
You know, it's a lot of thug talk and all that, but it really don't mean nothing to me. Cats often ask me, Rue, what's the prognosis? I use my mic to inject dope in lethal doses. The game is filled with snakes, rats, and vultures that swarm like locusts. Still I spit hot shit that burn your lips like blunt roaches. Sometimes it's hard keeping my goals in focus. At the same time, hard times is part of the life process. Attack the track like the White Lotus. Most are left dead, those alive barely have pulses. Be cautious, dog, before you leap, look. Cause on the real, the skills is off the hook. Have MCs in trance like hypnosis. Wannabes rewind numerous times wishing they wrote this. Natural like osmosis, all encompassing like the cosmos is. Nobody beats Jeru like the biz. Cock jugglers drink it like jizz. Take it how you want it, it is what it is. You could be a gangster, murderer, street hustler, or a sucker. Watch your step, no ifs, ands, or buts. Play yourself out, position, get that ass torn up. You could be a murderer, gangster, street hustler, drug bubbler. Watch your step, no ifs, ands, or buts. Play yourself out, position, get that ass torn up. Now it's all simple mathematics. I sling that lingo that's Afro-Asiatic. Dudes in the hood salute the guard with they automatics. Keep it super ghetto, you don't want static. Bust off, and of course your whole body backflip. Tragic, rhyme doctor took the Hippocratic oath. Not trying to boast, but I'm better than most. From the east to the west coast, track it. And the code I live by, Da Vinci couldn't crack it. Shorty wobble, but I ain't smack it. And every time I flow some whack underground MC trying to jack it. Shit is getting drastic, don't forget I'm responsible for hip-hop classics. A lot of so-called conscious MCs are my bastard children. Fuck the roof being on fire, I burn down the whole building. Dropping bombs, lock up your wife and kids. Take it how you take it, dog, it is what it is. You could be a gangster, murderer, street hustler, or a sucker. Watch your step, no ifs, ands, or buts. Play yourself out, position, get that ass torn up. You could be a murderer, gangster, street hustler, drug bubbler. Watch your step, no ifs, ands, or buts. Play yourself out, position, get that ass torn up. Ask me, son, what's the science? 10 years down the line and I'm still defiant. Still on the grind, still rise, still shine. Making moves like I'm ghetto violence. Clap up the track, don't run or catch a slug in the back. House and mics call me Mike Tyrant. And I don't give a fuck if you hot, I play fire hydrant. Use my mic like a hammer, leave you dead in the ditch. Popo, investigate, but there's no evidence. Wipe my heat off and toss it, so it's no fingerprints. Kill every eyewitness, so can't nobody snitch. Like going raw dog in a dirty bitch. Fuck with the kid and get burnt, paw, it is what it is. You could be a gangster, murderer, street hustler, or a sucker. Watch your step, no ifs, ands, or buts. Play yourself out, position, get that ass torn up. You could be a murderer, gangster, street hustler, drug bubbler. Watch your step, no ifs, ands, or buts. Play yourself out, position, get that ass torn up. Gangster, murderer, street hustler, or a sucker. You could be a murderer, gangster, street hustler, drug bubbler. Watch your step, no ifs, ands, or buts. Play yourself out, position, get that ass torn up. Sometime I sit back and I wish I had a time machine.
Did you accept what you see as reality? Why did you create Project Quantum Leap? To travel in
If I could go back in time, I'd rewrite some of my history line for line. I would've never done my first crime, helped my first nine, but still would've smoked my first dime. If I could go back in time, James Brown wouldn't have got locked up, Rodney King wouldn't have got fucked up, Tupac and Big wouldn't have got shot up, EPMD would've never broke up, that's word up. If I could go back in time, I'd bring Bob and Malcolm back, Michael Jackson still be black, Hitler would've lost his life at birth, and there'll be no such thing as crack, and that's a fact. If I could go back in time, there'll be no Ku Klux Klan, we wouldn't have dropped that bomb on Japan, Elvis never would have been the man, and this would still be the natives' land. Understand? If I can go back in time, I'd rewrite some of my history line for line. Would've never done my first crime, helped my first nine, but still would've wrote my first rhyme.
Somewhere in time, I no longer knew what was real and what was imagined. Somewhere in time, you're a part of a time travel experiment. Somewhere in time,
you control your own destiny.
If I could go back in time, I'd rewrite some of my history line for line. I would've never done my first crime, helped my first nine, but still would've smoked my first dime. If I could go back in time, Dr. King would've never got shot, Mandela would've never got knocked, the natives never would've caught smallpox, and Emmett Till would never be in the box. Now that's hot. If I could go back in time, I'd change the game. Terrorists wouldn't have jacked them planes, them towers wouldn't have went up in flames, and the people would know God's original name. If I could go back in time just a bit, Gavin Cater would never got hit, Jack Johnson vehicle wouldn't flip, and Yusuf Hawkins went and got his shit split on some old racist bullshit. If I could go back in time, I'd rewrite some of my history line for line. Would've never done my first crime, helped my first nine, but still would've wrote my first rhyme.
somewhere in time, I no longer knew what was real and what was imagined. Somewhere in time, you're a part of a time travel experiment. Somewhere in time,
You control your own destiny.
If I could go back in time, I'd rewrite some of my history line for line. I would've never done my first crime, helped my first nine, but still would've smoked my first dime. If I could go back in time, I'd flip the script. There'd be no Bloods and Crips. Columbus would've died in that ship. Cortez wouldn't have even bothered to make the trip. If I could go back in time, I put it down. Scotland Rock would still be around. Stephen Biko wouldn't be in the ground. Patrice Lumumba wouldn't be in the ground. Haile Selassie would be rocking his crown. If I could go back in time, just a year, Groove would still be making hits for Premier. Me and Suge and Dapper be right there. The whole unit would be intact. All my dead homies would be here. If I could go back in time, I'd rewrite some of my history line for line. I would've never done my first crime, helped my first nine, but still would've wrote my first rhyme. Hey yo, how the fuck you gonna know where you going if you don't know where you came from?
Plans are made destined to change the course of history.
In 1441, two Portuguese captains picked up 12 Africans, brought them to Cabo Branco, Portugal as slaves. This is the beginning of the slave trade. They were so successful that just 4 years after, a tax collector from Lagos set up trade with Africa. This was in about 1444. Don't go nowhere, cause there's a whole lot more. In 1452, the first time sugar's planted on an island, Portugal. That same year, Pope Nicholas V proclaims that if you're not a Christian, your ass could be put in chains. For years, the Portuguese monopolized the slave game. They were so large they set up shop in Seville, Spain. Now in 1476, despite papal opposition, the Spanish got down with the shit. It was a captain named Carlos de Valera. He brought back 400 men from Africa. 1481, Diogo da Azambuja builds the castle at Almina. That's modern day Ghana. Not only was it one of the day's busiest ports, it was also one of slavery's most notorious forts. 1483, the discovery of the Congo River, a gold mine if your goal was enslaving niggas. 1492, Columbus sails the ocean blue.
Yeah, all right, we'll go over once again. First, you hawk the jewels, you give me the money, and I buy the ships. Then I discover the new world. You dump the king, and I'll send for it.
You say you'll send for me, darling, but will you?
Now, look, we've been all through this before.
I know, but really, you're such a dreamer. You'll go out there and you'll sail right off the edge of the world.
After months and months at sea, death and all type of drama, Chris lands on San Salvador, modern-day Bahamas. 1493, on Columbus' second voyage, he starts the transatlantic trade, enslaving the Taino village. He boarded from Hispaniola, that's the DR, to Spain. It gets even more insane. 1499, Vespucci and Hojeda take natives from South America this time. When Columbus did it, there were legal issues in the past. This time they had no problem selling a native ass. 1500, it starts to get real ill. Pedro Cabral sets foot on Brazil. 1502, a guy named Juan Cordoba is the first merchant on record to send Africans over. He was only allowed one by Spanish authorities, but other dirty merchants sent 2 or 3. 1509, Columbus' son Diego Colon, governor of the empire at that time, said the native slaves were lazy and they worked too slow. 1510, 50 black slaves are shipped to Santo Domingo. 1513, Ponce de Leon, the first European to touch American soil. He landed on the coast, modern-day Florida, as is known to most. 1516, on a ship, a huge native slave rebellion. They killed the crew and sailed back home. 1519, here comes Magellan. 1521, Cortez slaughters the Aztecs. 1522, slaves in Hispaniola break their masters' necks. 1526, the German put slaves on ships. 1532, Pizarro kills the Incas and shit. 1562, the English get into the mix. John Hawkins brought back blacks, potatoes, and tobacco from his trips. 1579, the United Provinces is formed, and the trading machine of the Dutch is born. Now I could go on and on and on and on, but for practical reasons it'll take too long. To all my brothers claiming that they Hispanic and Latino, you are African, Aztec, Incan, and Taino. Now that I showed you how these nations gained their wealth, I hope I piqued your interest, so check it out for yourself. Skills. Listen, I got crazy skills. I'ma tell you like this. I'm so ill, I snatched the food out of hungry lion mouth. Jog from Brooklyn to DC on I-95 South without getting fatigued. I travel at light speed, get shot with a bazooka dog and barely bleed. I could touch a lightning bolt and not get shocked. Bought shots at the president and won't get knocked, no shitting. Swim with the sharks and I ain't never been bitten. Had Nelson Mandela quoting the shit that I'm spitting. Make one phone call, I get moved, meet your part, and another call, I kick it with Osama bin Laden. Have every lesbian chick begging for dick. Make that nigga Al Sharpton cut off that old perm shit. Spit fire out my mouth like the mythical dragon. Own a unicorn horn. Smoke the blunt with the leprechaun. Squash ghetto beef before the weapons are drawn. Bring Flash back to life and put his black ass on.
To get this ill takes practice. Get this ill takes practice.
I'm so ill, I have Mike Bloomberg cutting me checks. Pimps instruct they hoes to pay me for sex. I make extra chips, teaching David Blaine tricks. NASA calls my lab before they launch rocket ships. So ill, Jackie Chan calls me the black version. After I'm finished rapping, I'ma be a brain surgeon. I can see the planets clearly without a telescope. Went to Rome to rock a show, they tried to make me the Pope. I have Oprah in the crib posing for exotic flicks. Take a trip to Fort Knox and pick up like 80 bricks. Free all the wrongfully imprisoned people out of jail. And when I'm finished with Oprah, I snap flicks of Gale. I rip the mic all night without taking a breath. Swim the Atlantic Ocean without taking a rest. Or getting wet, I always win, so gamblers place your bets. I'm taking MCs to Maury for paternity tests.
To get this ill, takes practice. Get this ill takes practice.
And it goes like this. I'm so ill they model computer chips after my brain. When a country in drought, they call the kid for rain. Bring peace to the Gaza Strip, cause I got so much clout. Mario owed me dough for knocking Donkey Kong out. Wolfgang Puck gave me paper to teach me to cook. J.K. Rowling asked me to write the next Harry Potter book. I can feed 1 million people with one piece of injera. Darth Vader don't know I'm really Luke Skywalker father. I spend my downtime writing scripts for Scorsese. When I blow shit up, I make terrorists hate me. I'ma probably end up living till I'm 180. My stamina so legendary, Wonder Woman trying to date me. My touch cures the sick like an antibiotic. Slap up Steve Austin and short out his bionics. Raps on point, just like a Navy SEAL gunner. I'm taking shit over this summer and every summer.
To get this ill takes practice.
Yo, I'm just sitting here reminiscing, thinking about the days when hip-hop was just hip-hop. We ain't had no categories, no different ways of looking at it. It was just hip-hop music. When biting was a cardinal sin. Sometimes I wish those days could last forever, but they can't. All things must change. And in changing, you as an individual just have to adapt. I'm not saying that I'm gonna ever start doing what anybody else is doing, but I will grow. And I ain't got too much else to say. Just long live hip hop. Peace. Sim, Solomon, I go off this hot sauce. It's the return of the boss. Mike clapping, sucker MCs wanna make it happen. All these whack ass rappers ass backwards like pig and no biscuit. Still murder shit with the quickness. 16 times 3 bars of slickness. It wouldn't be Jeru if I ain't say some clever shit. So yo, I keep it bouncing like a porno star's tits. I should warn you, right out the gate, I put it down like a 500-pound primate. Straight fire, I make flows evaporate, and I bone it so hard the mic is screaming out rave. Super gutter, call it dirty bomb. My body mics like the Kong, the soldiers in Vietnam. It's like that, and you don't stop. My mind spray automatic like RoboCop.
Freaky, 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 freaky. You couldn't come to the jungles of any poppin' that ain't got 'em. Freaky, 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 freaky. You couldn't come to the jungles of any poppin' that ain't got 'em. Freaky, 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 freaky. You couldn't come to the jungles of any poppin' that ain't got 'em. Freaky, 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 freaky. It's the return of the dopest.
I'm at it again, ain't nobody safe. I empty a clip of rhymes in the MC face. Man, listen, Jeru skill technician. I hit you with some shit that leave your whole body twitching. Sticks, stones, and words can't harm me. I fold competition up like they origami. You think you mackin', but I'm on some next shit. I got chicks in Japan cooking me rice for breakfast. It's like this and like that. I rip spines out backs like Mortal Kombat. Fucking with me, you ass out like a baboon. Cause I shoot the gift like a rusty harpoon. Hit you with some chakra, you cry bloody murder. I'm a master like Galactus, use a worker like the surfer. Keep it organic, the flow is natural. I rest in Brooklyn and my name is Jeru.
Freaky, 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 freaky. You couldn't come to popping that gang. You got a freaky, 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 freaky. You couldn't come to the jungles of the East popping that gang. You got a freaky, 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 freaky. It's the return of the dopest Brooklyn motherfucker.
4, fun, it's like Tabasco when I flow, but y'all already know who's the sickest. Mixing deadly chemical liquids, then I spit it at MCs that I have on my hit list. Shoot rhymes till the hammer start clicking, and I'm steadily beating up chickens like Peter Griffin. On your belly or back, the rhyme strap, get out of line, get jabbed in the grill like Borat. MCs be bumping they gums like females, put the press on they wouldn't pop off if they was Lee Nails. Blow it up or construct with my tool, I keep my shit kicking like a bucking bull. Peak game. If you think it's a joke, I'm like Superman combined with the Hulk, amped on coke, straight flowing. I'm as real as it gets. Most of y'all faggots is faker than Miss New York's new tits.
Freaky, 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 freaky. You couldn't come to the jungles of the East popping that gang. You got a freaky, 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 freaky. You couldn't come to the jungles of the East popping that gang. You got a freaky, 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 freaky. You couldn't come to the jungles of the East popping that gang. You got a freaky, 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 freaky. It's the return of the dopest Brooklyn motherfucker.
I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York.
It's the original, Jeru the Damaja, Brooklyn, New York City, a place where anything can happen, place where you can reach your dreams, or lose your life. We come from the home of whatever can happen. This New York City, baby, and we put it down like this.
I'm on the train late nights with cocksuckers and bull dykes. Religious fanatics, winos get into night fights. Homeless people sleeping in the chair by the door, smelling straight like ass. Sticky shit on the floor. Word bums rush the car in orange vests and hats. Mad trash on the tracks. Rats bigger than cats. Niggas is mean mugging. First I'm like, yo, they bugging, but I know they all drunk, so it don't mean nothing. Po jump on. Too deep looking annoyed, thinking about the situations that they hope to avoid. Look at shorty in the cut, big butt and all wobbly. Fuck around and get burned like 3rd degree. Word to G, hit between the cars if you got to pee. Ain't no other city in the world like NYC, but I ain't gotta tell you that, I think y'all know. Here's my stop, I got to go. New York, it's the city of schemes, the city of fiends, the city of dreams. New York, we got boroughs of kings, boroughs of queens, and boroughs of fiends. New York, it's the city of schemes, the city of fiends, the city of dreams. New York, we got boroughs of kings, boroughs of queens, and runaway teams. Everybody reps a team, it's either Knicks, Mets, or Yanks. Long Island for white skanks, Century Booking still stinks. Guidos hit the club in the city with they bitch, getting drunk out they mind, starting fights and shit. Crackheads beg for dope, but they be holding bricks. Hunts Point got pimps, hoes, and dumb tricks. LES thick Boricua mommies blow that dro, and get some Henny in them and they turn into nymphos. Stick up kids and hustling pros. The deuce is filled with tourists, undercover 5-0. Bright lights on big buildings show us national debt. Runaways in Port Authority, the bathroom smells horribly. Mass transit 1, 2, and 3. Ain't no city in the world compares to NYC, but I ain't gotta tell you that, I think y'all know. Here's my stop, I'm off to the studio. New York, it's the city of schemes, the city of fiends, the city of dreams. New York, we got boroughs of kings, boroughs of queens, and boroughs of fiends. New York, it's the city of schemes, the city of fiends, the city of dreams. New York, we got boroughs of kings, boroughs of queens, and runaway teens.
In fact, don't take it seriously. We're only bug, we're only bug, we're only bug, we're only bug, we're only bug. Humpty Dumpty, 3 blind mice. Niggas on the corner smoking weed, shooting dice. See the police, you best to run for your life. Mama's in the kitchen cooking beans and rice. Yo, I got a meeting so I can't be late. Me and Cyborg be digging in the crates. My man tried to set me up on a blind date. Shorty had a fat jailbait. If you eat X-Lax, it'll give you the shit. I'm known around the world for the rhymes that I spit. The way we hook it up is with the snares and kicks. I had this chick downtown, she used to feed me fish and grits. Travel around the world like Phil Rizzuto, drinking fancy drinks with freaks in Acapulco. Flip the rhyme so you can call my style judo. Spanish chicks love me like my name's Menudo. Obi-Wan, Darth Vader, Jabba the Hutt. When I'm in the club, I like to lay in the cut. I got the I'm gonna get the sucker pimp strutting. You should call it the bomb, cause it'll blow the fuck up. Trust, dog, I got that styles and stash. Got carpal tunnel syndrome from counting my cash. If I eat rice, it'll give me a rash. Am I ill? There's been a hill like the grab ass. Went to the store to buy me a brew. Don't ask me my name, my mama named me Jeru. And how you live is up to you. But sure they look alright, we could do the do. 9 times 11 is 99. A lot of MCs talking out the behind. Can't stand the cold but love the sunshine. My shit is more dope than the cocaine line. Erwin, Grim, Viva, Billy, and Mandy. If my rhymes was abroad, they would be eye candy. You got to respect me, even if you can't stand me. Take a swim in the beach, my ass crack got sandy. So fly, call me helicopter. When I was young, I used to like to play doctor. Check 1, 2, and then they kick it like soccer. Had sex with the bro, she only had one knocker. Used to eat pizzas and plant pits. Mr. Chinaman, what the fuck is rib tips? This ugly ass monster tried to kiss me in my lips. And if you run out of weed, then roll up the clip. Hold on, it's about to get drastic. From my mouth, another hip hop classic. In the supermarket, it's paper or plastic. So they said I'm longer than Mr. Fantastic.
Walk alone. And as we walk, we must make the pledge that we shall always march ahead. We cannot turn back.
Back in the days, it was free Mandela. In 2007, it's like free Mumia. Oprah opens up a school for girls, that's dope. We don't like George Bush, but black folks don't vote. We use the word nigga and we don't think twice. Then we get all upset when it's used by whites. Dope, guns and hoes is part of the rap game, and it's just entertainment how it's often explained. Trust, I'm guilty too when I call her a bitch, cause it takes a whole village to raise a kid. Willie Lynch system is still in effect. I bet this joint won't go platinum if it ain't all about sex. No more black medallions and consciousness. We living like we in black exploitation flicks. What will the future hold if we don't school the youth? I bet this won't get no radio play cause I'm speaking the truth.
I'm here in short to discuss with you a problem which is not local but national. Not northern or southern, eastern or western, but a national problem, a national challenge, a problem and challenge and responsibility and opportunity which will be before us all in the coming months and indeed in the coming years.
People are blind, the government's corrupt. Mad young millionaires, the hood is still fucked up. We forgot where we from, so where you at? Record companies give us deals so we can sell crack. James Brown died, it was on TV once. Anna Nicole Smith was on Channel Zero for months. Nobody wants to be a doctor, everybody wants to stun. I saw this cat on TV, give a baby a blunt. The ghetto got the highest dropout rate. Blacks occupy the most cells in jails upstate. And what they see on TV, young chicks sell they ass and new mother can't cope. She throws her baby in the trash. Inflated gas prices like $3.99. Troops in Iraq are straight losing their mind. What would the future hold if we neglect the youth? I bet this won't get no airplay cause I'm speaking the truth.
Click. Click. I'm sorry. The government you have elected is inoperative. Is inoperative.
Nuclear powers tarnished by King Jong-un ill. Shorty only 13 and already on the pill. Poor people of the planet feel like there's no hope. Satanism's a religion, ex-Nazis the Pope. Damn near 5 years and we ain't getting Bin Laden yet. Palestine suicide bombs, but Israel uses jets. Trailer trash snorts meth, crackheads smoke pipes. How come blacks have the most negative stereotypes? Like we full of lies and will never rise. It's no surprise that killer bees are Africanized. 5 cents a day in India keep companies rich. Truth, justice, and equality is all bullshit. Like the days of Step and Fetch It, we still acting like fools. We have the most expensive cars, but oldest books in schools. What's our future gonna be if we don't teach the youth? I bet this won't get no airplay because I'm speaking the truth. I apologize to all persons that I have hurt in the past.
I'm sorry.
Damn, son. You getting tight?
So sorry.
I ain't mean it. It was a joke. Damn. You can't take a joke? Come on, man.
So sorry.
You know what?
Please accept my apology.
I'm sorry I ain't the hero that you need in your life. I'm sorry, but sometimes I tend to live trife. I'm sorry I can't say what you want me to say. I'm sorry I'm bound to flip up on any given day. I'm sorry I seem conceited, but I know my shit's fly. I'm sorry I lost my temper and punched you in the eye. I'm sorry I can't live up to your expectations. I'm sorry if how I move causes you frustration. I'm sorry that a brother have all type of hang-ups. I'm sorry I quit smoking cause now I drink too much. I'm sorry I make mistakes that I can't take back, like busting guns and selling crack. I'm sorry to all the cats that I hit in the head. I'm sorry I get violent when I get real fed. I'm sorry I couldn't be your better friend, but I do the right thing if I could do it again. I'm sorry I couldn't be there when you needed help. I'm sorry, but I was busy trying to help myself. I'm sorry that life is filled with all type of hard knocks, but if you can't handle it, then kick rocks.
I'm sorry. So sorry. I'm sorry. So sorry.
I'm sorry if you think that I'm a dirty such and such. I'm sorry I got a big mouth and talk too much. I'm sorry my first album couldn't save the world, and if at any point in life I hit your girl, I'm sorry if sometimes I'm contradictory. I'm sorry MCs try hard but they can't see me. I'm sorry I don't work with your favorite producer. I'm sorry I can't quit cause I'm not a loser. I'm sorry but I have to walk with my head high. I'm sorry my mind state is not just getting by. I'm sorry for things I said cause I know I offend. I'm sorry but I call it like I see it, my friend. I'm sorry if we met and you thought I was rude, but I make it a habit not to hang with dudes. I'm sorry if I generically signed your autograph. I'm sorry if you feel I ain't bring the heat since the wrath. I'm sorry if I ignore you trying to spit at some chick. I'm sorry, but sometimes I think with my dick. I'm sorry for knowing the godly but dealing with earth. This is a formal apology for what it's worth. I'm sorry, but life is filled with all type of hard knocks, and if you can't handle it, kick rocks. Is that good enough? You feel better now?
So sorry.
Listen.
Please accept my apology.
I'm sorry I'm not the man that you want me to be. I'm sorry I don't understand and you can't understand me. I'm sorry for all the feelings that I hurt in the past. If you thought it was gonna be more than me tapping that ass. I'm sorry if we kicked it and we got too close. I can't deal with commitment, so I'm sorry I'm ghost. I'm sorry I got honeys all over the place. I'm sorry that I learned to lie with the poker face. I'm sorry to all the chicks that I gassed on tour. Told them I keep in touch, but I don't see him no more. I'm sorry we was involved and you got your heart broken. I'm sorry it went down like that. I ain't joking. I'm sorry it had to be that way. I'm sorry for all the games I felt I had to play. I'm sorry if I was grimy and I hit your friend. And even though I'm sorry, I probably do it again. I'm sorry sometimes I only think of myself. I'm sorry I ain't warned you before we dealt. I'm sorry Shorty said I was a favorite rapper. I'm sorry I had no self-control and had to tap her. I'm sorry life is filled with all type of hard knocks. And if you can't handle it, Shorty, kick rocks.
I'm sorry. So sorry. Please accept my apology.
I can't sleep at night, plus my chest feels tight. Things seem to be the worst they ever been in my life. I'm slipping in the darkness and I'm searching for light. Plus the agents of Satan tried to silence my mic. It's the demons within nowadays that I fight. I took a few steps back, will I ever reach the heights? It'll be nice to have kids and a wife, but I tend to do what's wrong even though I know what's right. Got a DWI, I ride the horse and hike. Contemplating selling that stuff, they burning blunts and pipes. Unholy thoughts cause me stress and strife. Although I'm tired, I'm determined to fight the good fight. I exist in the world, it's more than black and white. It's like that space in time when day transitions to night. Here if you master yourself, you get general stripes. Just don't tempt the wolves because the beast bites. Life is rough, so you gotta hold tight. Things go wrong, so you gotta hold tight. Some things ain't right, but you gotta hold tight. If you wanna live your life, you gotta hold tight. Life is rough, so you gotta hold tight. Things go wrong, so you gotta hold tight. Some things ain't right, but you gotta hold tight. If you wanna live your life, you gotta hold tight. My best friend don't like me, my girlfriend hates me. Troops die in Iraq, child molesters molest babies. For now it's hard times cause my account was shady. Went to Brazil to do a show and they tried not to pay me. Really happy, my emotions go from sad to angry. It's a wild roller coaster and I ride it daily. I see why some people go crazy. Don't wanna be phased, but sometime life bullshit phase me. I try to be grateful, but it's hard and whatnot. Things ain't changed since Hurricane Sean Bell gets shot. Millionaires invade the ghetto and hijack, that's hot. Leaving ignorance, jealousy, and greed in this spot. Respect for have, disrespect for have-nots. Keeps bullets flying and brothers dying on the block. It's good to get, but ain't about what you got. You woulda think we learned from what happened to Big and Pac. Life is rough, so you gotta hold tight. Things go wrong, so you gotta hold tight. Some things ain't right, but you gotta hold tight. If you wanna live your life, you gotta hold tight. Life is rough, so you gotta hold tight. Things go wrong, so you gotta hold tight. Some things ain't right, but you gotta hold tight. If you wanna live your life, you gotta hold tight. I feel I'm at a crossroads, I ask myself what's next. I got a monkey on my back and he's addicted to sex. Things were simple as a child, but now they're so complex. Should I sell my soul to collect fatter checks? I know how to play my cards, but I'm playing with fixed decks. When I wanna ease my mind, I read ancient texts. Trying to occupy my time with different projects. And when all else fails, the deuce of Bex. Where I'm at now in my journey, trust I didn't expect. When there's a flaw in your design, you blame the architect. Had the best intention, but wasn't living correct. And day by day, tighten the noose around my neck. Look at myself in the mirror and get vexed. And I constantly ponder which course to select. Drown my sorrows in hen and get wet. But I won't go out like the gunman at Virginia Tech. Life is rough, so you gotta hold tight. Things go wrong, so you gotta hold tight. Some things ain't right, but you gotta hold tight. If you wanna live your life, you gotta hold tight. Life is rough, so you gotta hold tight. Things go wrong, so you gotta hold tight. Some things ain't right, but you gotta hold tight. If you wanna live your life, you gotta hold tight. Life is rough, so you gotta hold tight. Things go wrong, so you gotta hold tight. Some things ain't right, but you gotta hold tight. If you wanna live your life, you gotta hold tight. Life is rough, so you gotta hold tight. Things go wrong, so you gotta hold tight. Some things ain't right, but you gotta hold tight. If you wanna live your life, you gotta hold tight. When we first met, she was so addictive. I sit and reminisce about all the times we kicked it. I remember when she gave me my first kiss. The older brothers want me, shorty's dangerous. She'll get you caught up in the game if you let her. I thought they was just jealous cause she liked me much better. We had good times, she was so fine. I fell in love, I thought she was all mine. She had me smoking cigarettes and drinking brew. Introduced me to all the shady niggas she knew. I heard rumors how she got niggas locked up and shot, but they ain't got what we got. She's my girl, people I knew told me she's a player. My uncle tried to put me on, he said he used to date her. She's a freak, him and his homeboys used to gangbang her, but she convinced the kid that he's just another hater. He don't know what we got going on. A love like ours is too strong.
Looking at my life as it seems, looking at my life as it appears. Reality is such a fear. Now keep your vision stick clear. Hold your head up, you know how it goes in these streets. So much they've done to me.
I thought I knew her well, but I had much to learn. It wouldn't be too long before she got me burned. It started off small, smoking weed, dipping school. She was the love of my life. I was one of her fools. We was tight for a minute, then the mid-80s came. She put me up on armed robbery and the dope game. She said, boo, I'll always be loyal to you. But now I'm shooting at niggas that say they fuck with her too. She told me violence was the way that most problems get solved. Now we always at odds, and Po-Po gets involved. Now I'm locked up in a concrete rectangle. How did I get caught up in this love triangle? She claimed that she still loved me and will rock to the end, but on the low she fucking around with my best friend. If I keep going at this rate, I'll lose my mind. I guess my love is deaf, dumb, and blind. She's all mine.
Looking at my life as it seems, looking at my life as it appears. Reality is such a fear. Now keep your vision stick clear. Hold your head up, you know how it goes in these streets. Yeah. So much you've shown to me. You gotta keep the faith. You gotta walk your place. I said it's time to fix these streets. So glad I've grown to see. Yeah. But
now we've been down for years, damn near 2 dozen. I don't think of her the same way, so now she want my little cousin. I'm trying to school a youth, and I'm really hoping he hearing what I'm saying, for she get his nose open. Because before you know it, shorty, how you sucked in with her ageless beauty, this queen of seduction. She told him she could get him ice, a truck with rims. Best believe she'll fuck him and his friends, they'll end up in the pen. Most of my boys that dealt with her got no less than 10. When my uncle was talking, I wish I was listening, but you know how it goes, had to learn the hard way. I got lucky, my man got 35 years in a day. Others 6 feet under the earth they lay. I guess that's the game, if you play you pay. So mothers cry and grandmothers pray. Take my advice and stay the fuck out of way. She's no good.
As it seems, looking at my life as it appears. Reality is such a fear. Now keep your vision stick clear. Hold your head up, you know how it goes in these streets. Yeah. So much you've shown to me. You gotta keep the faith. You gotta walk your place. I said it's time to fix these streets.